Hello, I'm Diana with the Boonshoff Museum of Discovery, and I'm here to share with you this month's cosmic calendar. Let me take you on a tour through the night sky, your window to the universe. Hello, everyone. We are looking at May 1st at about 10:30 p.m., so it's nice and dark. For this episode, we are going to look towards the northern skies to see what we can find. In past episodes, we have mentioned the Big and the Little Dippers. Those asterisms are commonly known groups of stars. I'll highlight those again for you here. They're always hanging out for us in the northern skies. Here we have the Big Dipper, closely followed by the Little Dipper, right below at the moment. Our first new constellation we're going to find is going to be centered right between the two. We're going to be looking for Draco the Dragon. And Draco has a long, windy tail that winds between the two dippers. So here we have it. And then that oval shape, circular shape at the end is supposed to be the dragon's head. Let's look at the artwork to go along with that. And then our next constellation is going to be Cepheus. And at the moment, he is below this group of stars. Now, for me, Cepheus looks a little bit like a house or a gnome with a pointy hat. Cepheus is supposed to be a king, the father of Andromeda. I'll turn on those art as well. And he's a little upside down at the moment, which is perfectly fine. Lots of our constellations end up upside down at one point or another, especially when they're circumpolar constellations like these, so they circle the North Pole. So there you have it. If we can find the Big Dipper, it's a pretty straightforward constellation to find. You should be able to find the Little Dipper below it, using those two guiding stars to find Polaris. And between the two will be Draco, and right below will be Cepheus. We have fast forwarded onto the evening of May 6th, onto the morning of May 7th. On this night, there will be a meteor shower called the Eta Aquarids. There'll be about 30 meteors per hour at its peak, and the best time to view these meteor showers is just after midnight. But for our view here, we have fast forwarded to the morning at about 5 a.m. That's when the constellation Aquarius will be visible. So these meteors will appear to be radiating out and away from the constellation Aquarius, which might be a little difficult to see, especially early in the morning when the sun is beginning to rise. But there are two bright dots that'll help you find the center point. The first brighter one here is going to be the planet Jupiter. And the second one is going to be the planet Saturn. On May 15th, we have a beautiful opportunity at sunset. There will be a parade of objects slowly sinking into the western horizon. We'll start off here at about 9 p.m. and slowly fast forward through time. At about 9 p.m., we should be able to see the moon, a tiny sliver high in the west. But as we fast forward, Venus should appear very close to the horizon, closely followed by a small dot that will be Mercury. Now at about 9:30 or so, Venus will dip below the horizon, but Mercury will become clearer and easier to see. The moon will stand out a bit more against the night sky. And at about 10 o'clock, we'll start to see Mercury disappear below the horizon as well. And finally, we'll head on to the evening of May 25th to the morning of May 26th, when we will have a super full moon. We've talked about before that a supermoon is just a regular moon that looks a tiny bit bigger to our eyes, and you probably won't notice that much of a difference, but it might seem a little bit brighter than normal. And the special event happening with this full moon is actually a partial lunar eclipse. A partial lunar eclipse is a long event, but the magic won't really start to happen until about 5 a.m. on the morning of May 26th. At this time, the left side of the moon is going to start to darken and appear to change colors. Let's fast forward through the morning and see how the moon is going to change. So we'll start moving at about 5 a.m. You can see there's a little bit of discoloration on the left side of the moon. The problem is the sun is beginning to rise, so we won't get a very good view of it for long. At about 5:30, we can see an orangish tint on the left side of the moon growing across the surface. And eventually it'll start to disappear below the horizon at about 6 a.m. So we'll pause it right here. So at 6 a.m., you can see a pretty good red spot on the left side of the moon, but the sun is beginning to block our view and the moon is about to disappear for the day. Now, this is happening because the moon is passing through the Earth's shadow. So the Earth's shadow is going to block some of the light from the sun that's bouncing off the moon's surface, and we get that reddish tint, reddish glow of the lunar eclipse. Excellent. I hope you enjoy all that May has to offer. And if you liked this video, please hit that like button and subscribe for more. Have a great day.